What is going on? Thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to jump right into things. The secret sauce for today is sometimes you must step into the unknown. It will happen to all of us at some point in our lives. When that happens, moment with courage and curiosity, you will thank yourself later. On the docket today, crypto calendar is absolutely packed. We have the jobs report. We have a presidential debate coming up. We have a Fed rate call, the SEC ETF verdict, and there are some things happening in the NFT space. Lacoste is under fire. H-Bar takes a hit. Telegram's gaming revolution, it is just beginning, and Toncoin's price has slipped, even though it has rung the bell with Binance. Elon Musk has also made some interesting cryptic messages about Dogecoin. What are we talking about? Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Tuesday. It is the 3rd of September, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the crypto greed and fear index is coming in at a 26. We are equal to that of yesterday. My guess is we will be down tomorrow. Bitcoin dominance, it is down a bit. So is the Ethereum dominance. And just to throw out numbers, we are at 56.33 for Bitcoin and 14.59 for Ethereum. These things have been relatively steady, but let's wait till the bull market starts. When and if that happens, is Bitcoin dominance going to increase or decrease? I would love your comments on that. Total crypto market cap is down about 2.21%, coming in at about $2 trillion. The 24-hour volume is also down about 13.36%. Top crypto search term for the normies is ticker sign DOGS. We're going to touch base on that in a second, and we have 63 days until the election. Oh my goodness. But for the nerds and see what we are talking about, we have an absolutely red heat map. Bitcoin has just slid under the 58K mark. We're going to look at some technical analysis. Bitcoin is trading at 57, Ethereum 2,451, BNB at 523, Solana all the way to 129, XRP 56 cents, Dogecoin 9 cents, Tron 15 cents, Toncoin, this is surprising, $4.94. So again, it is still holding on to the number 10 market cap spot, but do we see a change coming? Is this a fabulous buying opportunity? How low do we see things going? And let's just check in. I ran some coin today. This is the 30-day Bitcoin chart. To me, we have a bounce that is super important at around $54,000. If we do not get energized off that, I think we're down to about $48,800. Wobble, it's going to be interesting. But some of these things coming down the pike will create momentum. Some of the initiatives that I mentioned as things that these will land in our favor needs some wins at this moment in time. Looking at my hot list, absolutely everything is in the red except Sui coin for the day, which is up. Let's see what is down the most on the day. Down the most on the day. Brett coin down 10%, Mumu 7%, Say 6%, Mog coin down 6%. There is no need for me to continue. It is just the turn of September. People are not in gear yet. Give them a minute. 9/24/24. Now, I have some DEX volumes by chain pulled up. So we are looking at the 17th of August. That was the close of the week. And Ethereum did about 9.3 billion, 7.5, and BSC did about 5.4. Below that, we go into the 3 range. Now, when we go to August 24th, again, Ethereum, Solana, and BSC, Arbitrum, so nothing absolutely surprising. This first week that we are in September, it is low. It is going to be interesting what happens here. I am excited to see what happens. As far as dominance, wow, these numbers are really interesting. Just to watch the ebb and flow of the ecosystems. Now, granted, these do not include Bitcoin, but it's really interesting when we get in here. You know, I'm going to dive deep probably in the subsect of these stats and see what is going on. Popular searches and visits on CryptoRank is a double hit, meaning it is on the last 24 hours, so one of the #1 visited meme coin sites, period. There are already 1 million wallets that hold Dogs coin. The market cap is about 531 million at the moment, so it has slid down quite a bit. But it is making its round. Talking about so top meme coins by market cap. We have all the standard players, and as soon as I get the number's going to pop up, but there's this one little tiny circle in here. So we have Pepe, we have Whiff, we have Bonk, we have Book of Memes, Brett, and we have Shiba Inu. When we get this smaller circle, this is Popcat. And when we get into this little teeny tiny circle that you can't see with the cursor, that's dogs. And so this is a new to the ecosystem. I don't know how a lot of this I ran off of Pavel getting arrested. A story to why the coin ran off of that. But I don't know how much longer this top meme coin by market capitalization. So we're going to continue to watch this. That's all we can do. This market shifts so quickly. Now we're going to check it out on Polymark to see what the latest breaking news is. And one of the new bets that's in is, will the U.S. government shut down before 2025? My guess is probably yes. They shut down every couple years off of disagreements on how to move forward. So that is democracy in action. Brazilian judge arrested in September. Will Brazil unban X before October? Favorite to win on Polymarket on Friday. We have a big debate coming up. It is going to be exciting. Will California pass the SB 1047 safety bill? I know that they just passed and outlawed flaming hot Cheetos in all schools. So if you have kids that are in the California school system, do not worry. They will not be eating flaming hot Cheetos while at school anymore. Next up, get into some news. The biggest gainers, and again, this was this morning, all of this stuff changes so drastically. Flux, Ordi, Uma, and Mantra were some of the big winners as far as new gainers toward that market cap meme coin glory thing that we look at every day. Biggest losers were Terra Classic, Roll Bitcoin, which is interesting. I heard some actual posts about Rollbit. So anytime I see these things go down, I bet we're going to see these go up in the next couple of days. We also saw the Sun token down, which again is off of the Tron ecosystem. This morning, Bitcoin was trading at $59,030. It was up 1% on the 24-hour mark. And it looks like Trump is gaining some headroom in the bettors market, according to who will be in the White House. And what's interesting is this betting market, this poly market view of it, it is unbiased by media, right? So I don't know what the media is saying, who they believe is in the lead at the moment, but the people bet with their money differently than they absorb content from either the left or the right side. So these are all things consideration. Now, September is an absolutely pivotal month for the crypto markets. The key events that I mentioned, I did a pretty extensive list on all this tech, but we have the Bureau of Labor Statistics and Jobs Report that is coming in on the 6th. It could affect Bitcoin and Ethereum. Anytime these coins rocket, all the coins rocket, up or down. So following last month's market reaction, we have the first presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. That is coming up on the 10th of September. That could also influence our markets greatly. Now, what's interesting, there usually is a clear winner and loser in debates as far as public opinion goes. I want everybody to keep in mind that presidential races are rarely won in debates. People can do horrendous and sit in the White House. So these are only moments in time, but it will be an interesting measuring stick, and it could set things on fire. And if you are trading shitcoins, the 10th will be a really interesting time to be trading shitcoins. Some of the things that we hope they will talk about. Everybody wants to know, will crypto be on the list? So I mentioned in my Substack over the weekend that there was a new group of Democrats that have recently gotten together, and they have created a fund to try and entice Kamala Harris to go pro-crypto. I would be absolutely thrilled if crypto was not an issue to us, but all parties agreed on. That is the momentum we need to actually move forward. So seeing what happens in these debates will be really interesting, because I believe both of these candidates have plans of action for things that they want once seated in the White House. They're playing chess. And to reveal these plans early on, I think, is a mistake. So these debates often bring out the moves, who's going to jab and who's going to actually go for a knockout punch. So it's going to be interesting to see. We have the Federal Reserve. They are expected to cut interest rates. This is going to happen on the 18th of September. It could sway markets. These are just all recipes for volatility, okay? I don't know, love it or hate it. That's what we'll take. And I absolutely realize that this is a picture that you are not able to see at the moment, but it is happening with the Lacoste NFT. You cannot see them at the moment. So Lacoste faces absolute backlash from the community. Excuse me. Long and short, these guys, they really good marketing from the Web 2 world, and they entered the ecosystem, and a lot of people invested in this stuff. They had a narrative behind it. Long and short, they took out about, just disappeared. So people are super following the actions of Lacoste closing this. The scrutiny of the community has kind of stirred up some shit. So we are going to see them definitely try and handle this. I think everybody would like to see the middle proceedings avoided. They definitely want to know what's going on. Not only did they pump quite a bit of money into this, but they continue to say there's going to be these benefits for these assets. And so it remains to be seen what will happen. Next up in the hot seat, and this is again a token that I love long-term. I think it's a great story here. But what's interesting is Higdon just decided to step down. So when that happened, HBAR dropped below 5 cents following the resignation. And keep in mind, we're also down about 91% from ATH, or all-time highs for HBAR. So there's still a great story in here. When business, when business do things publicly and people read, sometimes these are great buying opportunities. So do some research on what you think about this token. Let me know your thoughts on it. Is this a fabulous buying opportunity? Again, we also have that's arrested, right? Is it presenting buying opportunities for things that float on the Telegram ecosystem? It's risky, right? We're putting out content on X. Is that risky? We could get arrested at some point. So I don't know. Things change super quickly. Put HBAR on your list of things to watch. It will be interesting to see how long it is before they appoint somebody to step in. Will they have an interim CEO, or will they have somebody kind of loaded and ready to go? Or an even bigger story, we had a step down because somebody is getting ready to step up. So these stories will come out in the wash. All you need is a little detergent. We have Gleb Kostarev. He is the CEO of Blum and a foreigner Binance executive. Highlighted that around 50% of earned games that people are playing to earn crypto, 50% of those games are people absolutely brand new to the ecosystem. And I talked about this morning in a space. Think about this. If you are new to this ecosystem and you play, I don't even know, Bubble Bop or whatever that fucking people play, and they do it religiously. What's interesting, you are just wasting your time, right? And not only are you wasting your time, but sometimes people are buying levels to bop more bubbles or whatever the fuck you do. Now let's flip the script. You have an equally addictive game on Telegram, and instead of you paying it, it's going to reward you. And if you are brand new to this ecosystem, even if it's a $25 stimmy, a $50 stimmy, $50 free airdrop of money that you did not expect, that is enough for you to get on the horn and tell somebody. If it's a $5 stimmy, if you got $50, you might call your brother and say, hey, did you ever play this game on Telegram? If you did, check your wallet because you probably have $50 in it too. Like, these things are contagious. It's interesting. The reach for these games at the moment is stupendous. They're crushing everybody in reach, hands down. Hands down. The Hamster Combat YouTube channel was the fastest growing YouTube channel in 24 hours in history until Ronaldo came in and took it away for a new project. But we're talking about reach that's on par with Ronaldo. Okay, so things to think about, just building this stuff up. And what's interesting, all of it runs on Telegram. Is it becoming such a huge instrument that you're going to say, whoa, this is getting too big. We need to put the brakes on this now, because the reach is, we see where this is going. Is Telegram the new Google of the telephone to get messages and reach people all over the world instantly and supposedly secretly or privately? So all these things will be interesting to see how the shit walks out. This morning I got up, and one of the websites that I went on, I was looking at some of the longs and shorts that are happening in the Bitcoin market. And there's a bunch of putting really high wage bets on some of these longs. It's interesting. Yeah, and the market changes so quickly. What they were bidding on and betting on this morning, it'll be interesting how steadfast they are in these convictions. Excited to get into Substack tomorrow and figure out exactly what is happening in this marketplace, because absolute whirlwind. It is September 3rd. Some people are still not back from Labor Day. So because some people take such an extended holiday, some people, because it's a short week, they actually take this week off as well. And they're just going to come back on Monday. So patience, 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 patience. Okay, next up, the story that I was looking at. We have a big, huge, we have some airdrops that are coming. So Telegram on the Ton blockchain, they surpassed recently Memecoin frenzy. Some of this frenzy is related to this dog's Memecoin that we have just been talking about. Shirt on recently in a picture that went somewhat viral. Toncoin continues to grow with recent developments like gasless transactions and Bitcoin bridge upcoming. So all this stuff is in the works. Does Pavel getting arrested and being relegated to stay in France put the brakes on the company's future aspirations and where they might be going? Does it absolutely change things? Does the board of directors decide we are going to ask Pavel to step because it's a conflict of interest and we want to move the company in a much, I don't know. We're at the crossroads of the challenge of free speech. And these upcoming court cases and arguments and litigations that are coming are big deals. So keep all of this stuff, keep it on your radar, and I'm going to help you do that. One of the quants that I check with all the time, Altcoin Sherpa, he is super bullish on everything taking off. When does he say? He says December. So that's what you need to know from him at the moment. And this fucking dog cannot get out of my news. And I write about this dog. I've been following this for a minute. So just to give you guys a brief breakdown of what dogs it is a meme coin. It's based on Telegram's Toncoin network. It became a mid-cap altcoin fairly quickly. There are 1 million holders. Earlier I said 1 million. I believe it's 1 million. You know what? I got to look into this more, because the wallet and holders is a very different metric. So, you know what? It is actually 1 million holders, because these are individual Telegram accounts. So, metric that I pulled from now that I think about it. So, looking at this meme coin, the RSI on it looks like it's a bit overbought. We're seeing price drop. I don't know, it's gained popularity super quickly. And if you look at the logo, it's decent, right? Like, I like it. I would wear that on a shirt, a hat, a pair of shorts, socks. I don't know. It's not a bad logo. So it's something that I have on my. What is also interesting that just happened with Toncoin. So all this shit, Toncoin, Telegram, it is taking over the news cycle. Is it because everything is down? Nobody wants to talk about the red shit, or is it that these guys are building no matter what? Telegram is an ecosystem that thrives without crypto. So it has a platform no matter what. It's an information highway. The fact that they have recently utilized robots in different ways for people to interact in that ecosystem and buy, sell, and trade crypto absolutely quickly, effortlessly, and inexpensively is mind-blowing to me. So Toncoin, they just unlocked something with Binance. And what does this mean? Basically, Binance offers this simple to earn locked list. So they give you extra staking rewards if you lock your shit up, blah, blah, blah. It's more of a seal of approval of the clients, and it gives usually coins another boost in their recognition on this whole thing. So when I looked at, resistance and just some supports this morning, if we break this 431, I think we're going to go all the way down to 349. So we're at 490. Interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'll be watching. If it drops below 431, we could see this. So for thought for my friends in nerd land, I hope you guys have had a decent day back from summer vacation, because that shit is over. If you nerds like football, that shit's coming up. So get your panties ready, because that shit's about to start. We are super excited. And other than that, if you guys are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack. You can also help support me by buying some merchandise on my website. Other than that, as they're staying out of trouble, Rare Bits, Make Calls, Hodling, boop.